Brought to you by CFU, the power of service.
More UNI wrestling as we're midway through February. A couple of huge duels coming up in the next week. We'll talk about that as Missouri and Wisconsin come to town. But Coach, let's recap this past week. A trip to California and a trip to Hilton Coliseum, a win and a loss and some learning experiences along the way.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You know, Cal Baptist, they're working and getting better. You know, bring up Trevor Anderson again. You know, he's down in a match and down considerably, but just, hey, win the next position, score the next point. When you have a knockout punch in wrestling, you know, you're never really out of a match. You know, and he got a score in that second period, then end up pinning the guy in the third. I think those things where you just keep knocking are really important for not only yourself but your team. And we talk about those things all the time. But then when you can actually point to an example of it, you know, guys understand it better. And you know, we had a few guys that have, you know, earned opportunity at 41 and Thorpe and Olenzak and guys that aren't normally in lineup, but guys that, you know what, hey, they're ready to step up at a moment's notice. And you know, they compete their tails off, didn't get wins, but just the experience. And you know, any guy, and we talk about, hey, any guy, you got to be ready to step up, and they were ready to step up and they compete their tails off. You know, and got a good win, got some bonus points, got a few pins, and then you know, you come back to Iowa State, and Iowa State has, you know, they have a really solid team up and down the lineup, and we knew going in we were going to have some upsets. You know, in 25, you know, they're favored on paper. You know, Anderson wins a huge match, and then, you know, then they're able to get bonus points in 4 matches. You know, 5 actually. They got bonus point in 5 matches. That's really hard to win a duel. You know, we didn't have a whole lot of margin for error in that duel, and you know, we won 4 matches. You know, Parker gets bonus points again. You know, and a guy like Downey who scraps his tail off every time he got down. He was down what, 8-3. That's a tough thing to mount back from, but also we talk about all the time, go get the next position, win the next score. He got escape, gets a takedown, you know, ends up getting a takedown to tie the match and then turns him at the end. And just the kind of competitor that he is, I don't think he's getting, to me, the notoriety or shine that he deserves. I know people are taking more and more notice of him, but you know, he doesn't care about that stuff. He just goes out and keeps winning. But you know, certainly one that I think we had opportunities, even though the score looks like that, even within the score in some of those matches, just you got to win some of those other positions. So happy with the progress and happy with how our team responded to the challenge, you know, and they're not going to back away from any challenge or any adversity. I mean, they look at everything as an opportunity, and I know we're going to learn from that one and be better as a team.
All right, here's that story on Trevor Anderson and what he means to this wrestling program.